You're now tuned in
You're like a 80s thug.
now tuned in to Bad Boys Podcast.
Yo, you look like you got beef with LL. Like the Kumo D look. You got
They call me Diddy because we won't stop and we can't stop.
Yeah, I don't know about the glasses. Look, I know this nigga's been.
Nah, I don't even fuck with glasses. That's why
I remember that. I remember you saying that.
I don't fuck with. No, I never did. I never fucked with glasses. I actually, yeah, I always like, you see niggas coming on like interviews and shit wearing shades all the time. I always thought that was weird to me. Like if I was like one of the interviewers, I'll probably be like, yo, dog, can you take your shades off, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I always felt like
I feel like people that wear shades a lot, like especially on interviews, I just feel like they got something to hide. I don't know
that's
why.
what it is. I think he come to lie. That's
Yeah.
why, if you notice,
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel.
like Diddy
I thought I was the only one that thought that.
come on an interview, and anytime he wants you to believe him, he takes his glasses off. You don't notice that? Like he do that a lot.
And
like,
I never even look at it.
He be chilling.
When all of a sudden people get serious, it go. This how it be. They'll be like this through the whole interview. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then as soon as like something happened or like something, or if they get serious, then it's like, what you mean? Like, what you mean that, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden when they get serious, you right. I never even looked at it that way. That's when everybody take their glasses off. When they get serious, they get upset. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like their true self start to come out.
Yeah, because they don't want no excuses. Like, you see boy ain't take his glasses off.
Yeah.
Boy, a fraud.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I never, and there's so many people that do it, but I honestly, if I'm interviewing people, if I was doing that shit, and I'm not going to tell nobody to take their shades off, but to be real, I'm probably not going to believe a lot of shit you say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's just
eyes or
something about it's important.
the mirror to the soul, as they say.
What they always say, like when you know, when you talk about being a man, you know, you greet another man, you shake his hand, and one of the things they say, shake his hand firmly. You speak to a person, you look at them in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if I'm sitting here having an interview with you, talking to you the whole time, and the whole time you got on these dark ass shades, like dog, like I don't like, you know what I mean? It's like dog, I'm gonna look at everything you saying is bullshit, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Take them fucking shades off when y'all do fucking interviews, dog.
Yeah, I mean that's what it be. I think they cool. I wear shades. Not have interviews. I mean I wear shades. During like weddings, funerals,
Yeah.
or if I go into like a seminar, because I be nodding, and I be like,
What you mean? Oh, you be falling asleep.
yeah.
I thought you was like you be at funerals like this, like you be jamming or something. No, you be nodding off, falling asleep. Yeah. No, I dig that.
Like I don't want nobody approaching me like how disrespectful I am.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's different. Like don't get me wrong. I understand wearing shades at a funeral, shit like that. Or you know whatever, certain kind of events and shit. But like I said, I think when it comes to like interviewing and shit, or just talking to somebody, it's like, yo man, take your fucking shades off, dog. Like that shit look. It's not that it looks stupid. It's just like I said, I just don't believe you. I'm not gonna believe probably majority of the shit you say. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna we can interview you for 2 hours. I'm gonna still feel like we left out of here without really knowing who you really are. You know what I mean?
No, that's exactly what it is.
So, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I just never got in the shades. I never got in the glasses, period, but I never got in the shades, man. Like I would randomly grab something. Like I think I got these before I went to Miami last year. And I'll do that. Like anytime I went away somewhere where it's like hot, you know what I mean? I would always grab some cheap ass shades. Like I'm not one of them balls that's spending. I'm not spending a bunch of money. I will go where they selling them Jones like 2 for $25 at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these Jones don't even look bad. You know what I'm saying? I probably paid $12 for them Jones.
You see those they've been out for a while. The Ray-Ban Facebook. I don't want to promote these guys. The ones where you got cameras and audio on it. Would you buy those? Would you get like?
I think I heard about them. What is it though? Like what is it? It's almost like Bluetooth.
They Bluetooth for music, but you can actually videotape. You can tell you
can record.
You can record a video.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's dope. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody always immediately think you on your creep, John. Like creeping.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. That is kind of weird, kind of creepy. Like, yo, you can record with these shades on and shit. motherfuckers that got shades on already look like they might be creeping and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now
It's
you
man,
like everything
man,
I
this
see,
nigga's
I can
recording.
take home with me now.
Yeah, but that's where they going with everything. Everything is fucking. Everything is content. Everything is being recorded. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got body cam footage. You know what I'm saying? Now they got glasses where you can record shit. Just be looking around, recording everything. Everything is being recorded. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would want no glasses that record.
I think it's dope. I mean, the thing is, you won't miss a moment. How they say, because you could talk to it like, you know, blah blah blah, record video, and then the Jones start recording. The only thing is now is that they only record for like a short amount of time. Like the cell phones. The cell phones came out. Remember the video used to be like 10 seconds. He was like, "Yo, I got 10-second video." The video was ass, but
be trash. But yeah, that shit. It's crazy how fast all that shit jumped. From you know, being able to, like you said, only being able to do like 10 seconds to what we able to do now. That shit, all that shit happened like that.
Well, that was years.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'm thinking about more like now, like you know what I mean? Like I feel like it just seems like it happens fast. Like and you're right though, it's years, but it's like when you look at like our cell phones now, like what they can do, and you think about. You know, you remember when literally like your cell phone just literally it rung, it, you know what I'm saying? Number popped up, that's it. You know what I mean? Like that was a while ago, but it just still feel like from what we can do now, I mean you could shoot movies on this bitch to where it started, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to when I had like my first Nokia joint, you know what I mean? Where you ain't seeing no caller ID, you ain't know who calling you. You know what I'm saying? It just say incoming call. You know what I mean? Like when you look at it from I think when you look at it from that it seems like it just went quick to be able to do what we able to do with these phones now. You know what I mean? Even though it was over obviously plenty of years, but I mean it's you know from where it started to where it is now and everything you could do. I mean that's just amazing, man. I mean it's beyond amazing when you really think about it. You know what I mean?
it was one of those things I seen a video about. They wasn't sure about video on the go. They had a good idea that I was going to work. Like, would people want to watch videos anywhere? You know what I'm saying? So once people started gravitating towards, because there wasn't that much on the internet either.
Yeah.
So it was like, once people start realizing they want to watch videos on the bus, you know, out in the park.
At work, at their office desk.
Yeah, they're like, yo, we need to enhance video taking. Yeah. It's always the next step.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course, people got freaky with it.
Yes.
Instantly. I think the first thing, every time I buy anything video device, the first thing, and I don't want to take it there, is like people take it to the adult film.
Yeah.
I think people was like, yo, we can record. I remember record getting some head.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I want to record smashing his jaw.
Yeah, I think that's, everybody always resort to that.
To the freaky shit. Remember you could have go to, I mean, I'm sure they still got fucking adult stores. I mean, I know they do, but like tapes, like or like DVDs. I remember you could go and actually buy porn. I remember when the bootleg man, the man right there on Stanton and Washington Lane, he wasn't on Washington Lane, he was on Duval. Well, he would bounce back and forth, but he used to have all. That's where I got all my Pinky tapes from. We talked about Pinky last time. It's all my Pinky, Roxy Reynolds, all of them. Yeah. I got all that from the bootleg bull. Used to sell them, John. You get like fucking 3 for like $20 and shit.
It was funny is that he probably the dude that was buying them.
Who?
The guy who was bootlegging and he bought it.
Oh,
and made copies of them. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make a killing. I got the membership at, you know, Blase Blip Club.
No, I used to go there, grab T-shirts, socks, and porn. You know what I'm saying?
That's a crazy combination.
T-shirts, socks, and porn.
Yeah, I need socks and I need to masturbate as well.
Yo, and not it wasn't always all three. But that's what I used to go to Bull for. T-shirts, socks, and board.
No, just imagine if you went to, we talk about porn a lot. Just imagine you went to go get a cheesesteak and the Bull just had porno back there for sale. Like, and it wasn't, he's like, yo, you want cheesesteaks? Yeah, fried onions,
like,
salt, pepper, ketchup on the fries.
Yeah. By the way.
And that new.
By the way, we got these new DVDs out. 3 for $10.
Yo, everybody was selling DVDs. They didn't care about no copyright infringement laws. Everybody was just burning and stuff.
Just get it done. Put it out there. That shit was product. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was burning. Because then remember I actually had one. I'm trying to think. I might actually still have it. It might be the basement of my mom's crib. I had a DVD joint, a burner joint where like you could make copies.
Only one copy at a time or multiple?
I think it was a couple, like 4 or 5.
That you was distributing.
I ain't do shit with it. No, I you know what's crazy is I just got that shit not that long ago. Like honestly, it was from my pop. He moved a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I helped him move. That's what it was. And he had it and he was just like, yeah, you could take this shit. Like I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like he had a couple things that he was like, yo, if you want it, you can take it. And one of them, he was like, yo, this is a DVD burner, John. He's like, and I was like, I'm gonna just take it. I'm like, granted, DVDs one thing, mind you, like I said, this is a few years ago. It wasn't even that long ago. So nobody, but I was just like, fuck it. I never used it. I think it's just sitting in my mom's basement right now. But
yeah, I like old technology. I bought a DVD. I bought a DVD burner from a guy for offer up. And when he came, I was an Italian dude, and it was down South Philly. He was like, he came on the block with a DVD player in his hand. I don't know why. When he was bringing it to me, I'm like, yo, this boy probably stole it. But I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, hey, man, this joint good? He's like, what you mean? He got immediately offended. I'm just like, yeah, this joint good. Like, he's like, yeah, it's perfectly fine. I don't use it. But I'm thinking in my head, like, who the fuck would he steal this from?
Yeah.
Like in this day and age. Like,
who rocking around, who sitting in the crib throwing DVDs in they shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even have, like, you figure I use everything on my PS4. And it's all, it's all apps. I don't even with games. I'm granted, I only play like one game, but I don't buy the games. I just download it.
Yeah.
Just download it straight to your fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything's streaming now. You don't need no physical copies of anything nowadays. But I'm the same way too. I like old technology. You know what I mean?
No, some old technology, I think it's still worth some on that aspect. But no, I go to thrift shops all the time, and the first thing I look for is like a Walkman.
Walkman. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I bought a Walkman. I bought a Sony Walkman. Yeah. But I'm looking for like, they had Walkmans back in the day. They used to record.
Did they?
You could record like the radio. It had the record button on the Walkman, and it had like an EQ on it. It was like Sony only made a few of them Jones.
Yeah. No, you right. Yeah, you right. They definitely had the record button on there and shit.
I think those are worth a lot more. That's why you don't ever see them.
Yeah.
Like, those Jones is, like, really rare. You could probably sell them Jones for, like, maybe $1,000.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is worth, a lot of old technology is worth a lot. That's why people they like collector's items and shit. But that's why you see these, like, little, like, game stores that pop up. Like, you got the joint in Glenside. That still sell, like, all these old things. The coffee spot I go to down Girard, the joint I had text you about the other day, they sell records.
Yeah,
in the basement and shit.
I got a record player. I got one. I got one recently.
Yeah, they sell records. They got a whole basement full of records that they sell records. It's a dope coffee spot. I'll let you know next time I'm down there. Yeah. But they sell records. I think they have a couple record players too. I think they sell those too. But it's just one of those like collector's items. And if it's in good shape, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think a lot of that shit, still be worth something. You know what I mean? I'm not really a collector's bull, but I am. But I will keep certain things for sure. Just like you figure got that fucking track machine down there. You know
track machines is worth a lot.
Exactly.
More so the tape cassette track machines. Those is worth a lot. A lot of producers like the sound of it. But no, what did I buy? I went on a hunt because I was looking at the value of stuff and Disney tapes, cassettes, VHSs.
Yeah.
They was online like dude sold like it's like a black diamond edition.
Yeah.
I would just say Lion King. They had Lion King edition Disney film. Dude sold it for like $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they be going crazy.
All them like old movies and shit like if you got like the original shit and once it open and shit like that, like them Jones be going for money, dog. Like big money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because some of the main was even crazier is that the original Mario. All right, so it's even crazy. Like I think Nintendo.
We just became gamers real quick on this, John.
Yeah, we going to that world. Then with Mario, the company Nintendo, whatever, they didn't have the copy of the original game. So they like somebody sold it. Somebody had it in great. They never opened it or nothing. They actually got a copy of it. The actual game is worth like millions.
Yeah,
like because the company itself don't even have it because they actually had. Put an emulator, meaning they had a copy of their game.
Yeah.
So they took a copy of an emulator game and put it on something that was supposed to be legit. And it's like, yo, this is not even an original copy. So it is like, yo, your copy, because it was on like, those shows where, I don't know, the show where they be trading stuff in it?
Yeah. What they, the fuck? They're, The joint, like the porn joint, porn stars.
Yeah. So some dude brought in the Mario one. He appraised it. He like, yo, this is good. This is worth like good. Like I was safe to say like $5 million.
Yeah.
Like $5 million for Mario because it came out in 1985. He had the original copy of the game, never opened it.
It couldn't have been worth $5 million.
It was like $5-something million. It was because it was the only copy. It was the only original copy that never been opened. You gotta think about that. Since 1985, you didn't play Mario?
Hell yeah.
And Mario was at his height.
Mario was that shit.
Yeah, so you think
I would play it I would play it now.
Exactly. So imagine the bull, he probably bought more than one. And probably the person who bought it probably just had it. You know what I mean? He probably did. But I'm saying somebody who had it probably just had it.
$5 million?
Just think about what you got. Think about the value. Look online of what you got.
Yeah.
Look around. You might find money.
That's a fact. Yeah, I gotta go digging in my shit. Cause I got a lot of old shit. But yo, I was watching I was on Netflix last week. Have you seen you don't watch Netflix?
I don't watch Netflix.
Yeah.
I hate Netflix. That is Caucasian land.
Yeah,
I don't
big time. It'd be hard to find shit, but it's this documentary out called Killer Sally. Right.
You know what? I want to see it because the people I'm around watch it. About the bodybuilder lady, and her husband got locked up.
They both were bodybuilders.
White lady, blonde hair.
Yeah, they both were bodybuilders. Who'd you say got locked up?
I think the dude she was dealing with, some black dude.
No, hang on.
That's how much I was paying attention.
Yeah.
I thought he got locked up.
No. See, and you know what? It's cool. It's cool because I know you don't really watch this shit, so you don't even really care. So it's not like I have to worry about spoiling shit for you because you'll probably never watch it anyway.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, it's about it was two bodybuilders, right? Black guy, white lady. And they became a couple or whatever. She had 2 kids already prior relationship, and they were mixed kids. So I believe her last husband or whatever the fuck was black too. And it was that was different to see in those times because you talking about this is around 1974, 75, I think when they met or some shit like that. Because the whole situation that happened, I think in 76.
Yeah.
So this is around the times where, people still look at black and white couples kind of a little weird even to this day. Not as much, obviously, as back then, but back then it was even more looked at as crazy, let alone these motherfuckers walking around super big and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, like, they was bodybuilders, was in competitions, and all that shit, did pretty decent, but back to steroids. They was both heavily on steroids. Mainly him. She was on steroids too, but she was head over heels for Bull. They got married, whatever, and then it became, which that happens a lot too. It kind of became a project. Like all their money really went to him. Because he wanted to be like Mr. Olympia and all that shit. Yeah. So steroids, that shit ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you trying to reach that level. You know what I mean? So it's like all their income really went to just buying this nigga steroids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Be like straight up. Like,
that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, like straight up. Like that shit ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to become that Mr. Olympia, like that shit ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? But end of the day, what happened was apparently he was abusive. He was abusive to the kids.
He was taking roids.
Right. And she ends up killing him.
So she basically wasted her money.
Pretty much. But she ended up killing him, obviously because she was, fed up with getting beat up and blah, blah, blah. Now, it's like, the crazy shit is, the documentary is very good. Like, honestly, you should, if you ain't doing shit, if you get bored one day, you should watch it. It is very good. But because during the whole documentary, it's like, it talks about him, how abusive he was. They have his kids, the 2 kids are on the documentary. They talk about their growing up, their upbringing with him and how he was, they used to get beatings and he was, abusive or whatever. Now, granted, some of the shit sounded like shit that regular people do. Like the kid, it was a boy and girl. Yeah. The boy he was saying something how like, he used to bring us in a room and he would beat my sister, spank my sister, and make me watch before I got a beating.
Well, he supposed to excuse you?
Well, he said like he would literally pull them in the room, and I'm like, when I heard that, I'm like, well, a lot of people did that back in the day that had like kids. It's like, yeah, you go watch your sister get her ass beat, get up to get a beating, and then you next, and that's exactly that's what happened.
Or the ass whooping was meant for you to like, what not to do now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm not condoning beating kids at all. You know what I'm saying? But I was just saying, like when they were talking about it, I'm like, people do that all the time. Well, not nowadays, but back in the day, like motherfuckers did that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you had brothers, sisters, whatever. You seen your brother or your sister get a spanking, and then you be the next, and you be next. You know what I'm saying? Or they might even if you wasn't getting one, they might have made you watch. You know what I'm saying? Just so you know
I don't know.
Not to do.
Yeah, I think that's the funny part because I never see a parent be like, now watch me whoop his ass. Yeah, it was normally like you just didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't. There. Yeah. But the fact that she said made me watch.
That's what he said. Yeah, the brother. Yeah, the kid. Yeah, he wasn't a kid no more in the documentary.
Yeah, that's a little sick to make another kid like, now watch me whoop your sister. Like,
and you're next. But he was next.
Yeah, it still sounds sick. I think
it does. I'm not.
Because I think it's more dramatic.
Yeah.
Or whatever. To say like you're next, and you get to watch, because it's like you got to deal with the visual, deal
with the watching,
yeah,
and then you about to experience it,
yeah, and then the person that you whoop the,
yeah, no, it's a lot, it's like traumatic,
like triple abuse.
Yeah, it's not cool at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they explain. What's dope about the documentary is that they have so much. They have a very good amount of
pictures,
raw live footage of like when she got arrested, when the kids come into like the interrogation room, when they're talking to the lady, to the wife, that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have a lot of good raw like footage from that time, like real, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you're seeing a documentary, you're watching them talk as who they are now, but you get to see a lot of things. They have a lot of good footage from back in those times too. You know what I'm saying? So that's what make it dope. But so that's basically what the documentary is about him being abusive, blah, 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 you know, and she just, you know, was fed up. They had a moment in the house. She went, grabbed a shotgun, boom, shot him like twice. He died. She did, though. She got sentenced, though. She got hit with second-degree murder.
As she should.
She got hit with second-degree murder, even though, you know, they was looking at it like, yo, was it self-defense? Because apparently he was beating her. She said that he was, you know, hitting her or choking her. That was the thing. She would always say, she said he would choke me a lot. She said she was being choked or whatever, and she just, you know, she had enough and she shot him. Now, she ended up getting charged with second-degree murder because they didn't look at it as like a self-defense thing, right? But it's because, so now that's where the documentary takes a turn, because now they start to show her background.
Yeah.
And now, because she was ex-military. I think they both were ex-military. So now they pulling up her shit. And they're like, no. Sally is the aggressor. She's aggressive. Yeah. She's the one. Now all that's coming out. Like everybody's saying, all his friends, now granted they're his friends, but they're all saying how like, well, she was aggressive.
And she was a bodybuilder. So she was huge.
And she was on steroids too. So then they start pulling up her shit. She had, you know, being disciplined from the military for what? For fighting, arguing, doing this, doing that. It was always something aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she hit this person. She did, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, you know what I mean? They start pulling all that shit up. So now you start to think while you watching it, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they both, like I said, was on steroids or whatever. So the reason why she got charged, she didn't get charged with first degree. The reason why she got charged is because she tried to say that he was attacked, like when she first shot him, and then he tried to like come at her again and shot, but they said from the way where they found the shells at, it was a shotgun. And they said no, and she actually admitted that she went back into the room. I think she admitted, and loaded the shot. So basically she shot him, went back into the bedroom, loaded up, went back out, shot him again in the face, right? But she tried to say that, no, like, you know, he kind of came, he came to me, like he charged me or whatever. She tried to say like he was coming after me, and I shot him again. But from the blood splatters and shit, because they had a lamp where he
it's
got
always
shot.
where the blood.
So what it was they had a lamp, old school lamp. With John, all the blood was on the inside where his body was at, where they got him. He was like laying right next to that whatever where the lamp was. All the blood was on the inside of the lamp.
Yeah. So
they were saying, they like, you know, whoever the specialist, whatever the fuck they do, they were saying like he was on the floor. It's like when she shot him that second time in the face, she was like, he was on the ground. She's like, that's the reason why I splattered. She's like, because if he was standing up and like trying to charge him, she's like, it would have splattered, it would have landed on top of the, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, end of the day, she got hit with they gave her 19 to life. Life sentence is 25 years. So she did 25 years. She just got out 2 years ago. She got out in 2020 and remarried some other black guy and shit.
Like, right, probably a CEO or something.
But
how you get married that quick?
Yeah, she
you did 25 years.
She did 25 years.
You got married that fast.
Yeah. So
who would want to marry you?
Well, my thing is, the whole thing was I forget the term, but anyway, I ain't gonna spend too much time trying to think of this term. They call it battered women. That's where the whole battered women syndrome, I think they call it battered women syndrome. I'm probably throwing syndrome out there, and it's probably not what they use. But that's where kind of the battered women thing came from, because what they were basically trying to say is like, listen, like she was a battered woman, like,
yeah,
and she just got fed up and tired. So it was like they wanted, like, obviously her lawyer, they was trying to, cut her a break, like, yo, like she was being abused by this dude physically. You know what I'm saying? And she just had enough. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But again, because of how she killed him, that's why she got hit with the 2nd-degree murder. You know what I mean? Because they had enough proof to show that, like, all right, you shot him, but then you loaded up the joint and shot him again. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was down, like, you know what I mean? You ain't had to do that. So she got hit with that. It was sad though, man. It was a sad story too.
It was sad?
To a certain extent it was. You got to see the documentary because the kids was so involved and they were young. And the kids remember so much of it. And like I said, in the documentary, they talked to both of the kids, the girl and the boy, like constantly. Like they're in the documentary a lot. And like they didn't see their mom for, like even watching, like I said, they have the footage. They show you the footage of when she gets locked up and they go into like the night that it happens, and the kids go into the room to say goodbye to her because they know she's about to get locked up. This was obviously before the court and all that shit, but then the kids got to go through foster. But then the good thing was she had parents out here. She's from Allentown.
Okay.
She's from Allentown. So the kids end up going to her parents and staying out with her parents or their grandparents in Allentown. And obviously they didn't see their mom for, I think they said it had been like, I forgot, almost her whole, I think they only saw her a couple of times while she was locked up. You know what I mean? So they show like when they first see each other and all that. It was a good documentary. It was a good documentary. I just, like I said, and I think what fucked her up too was he had people that came to court to testify in his behalf saying that they never seen him being physical towards her, da-da-da. He had multiple people that came to his side and said, like, we never seen him be physical towards her, like, da-da-da-da. She didn't have anybody. Everybody that was, like, pretty much that when they asked about her, it was always, she was aggressive. She was very aggressive. Sally was crazy, da-da-da-da. She had one chick, one girl, this one lady that she was friends with that came to court and said, like, I used to see the black eyes on her. Yeah. He was beating her. Da-da-da-da. One person. That was it. Everybody else that they would talk to about that situation, it was always, well, she's kind of aggressive. Like, everybody knows Sally a little aggressive. Like, she likes to fight. Da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was interesting because you just don't, I like stuff like that. I like documentaries where it's like, it kind of leaves you thinking like, damn, like, whose side should I pick? You know what I mean? It's kind of like that type of thing.
She killed the man. Mm-hmm. Like, I ain't gonna pick her side. Like, that's my main thing. They be trying to. It's the.
But if it's in self defense, and that's what I'm saying, because that's how she was put. She was making it. She basically was saying it was self defense. Like I don't think it was no doubt. I think Bull was probably beating her the fuck up. I don't think there's no doubt about that. I think the kids said enough. They saw enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, with the combination with the steroids and all that shit, like he probably was fucking her up. You know what I mean? He probably was beating her the fuck up. But but that's what I'm saying. Is like, was it self-defense?
Self-defense is an excuse to just like people abuse that self-defense. You know what I'm saying? They try to put themselves in a position like, yo, it was life and death. Like,
right, because you know what? Because guess what? People. She could have left.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. She could have left him.
But, she could have not been with him.
Her background, she could have. Why wouldn't she tell the authorities?
She did.
Yeah, so why she?
She did have a report to where she called the authorities and said that, you know what I'm saying, that her husband had hit her and shit like that. She had police report. So the thing is, that's why I said that. Like you said, like the fact she killed him.
She wanted to kill him.
But it's like, yo, you could have left. I mean, but that goes into a whole nother, like if you talk to, I don't know if I should say psychiatrists or whatever the fuck, but people that deal with women that's abused by men or whatever the case is, like, you know, they always talk about like how hard it is. It's not that easy for them to just get up and leave because of fear.
Specifically women?
Blah, blah. Probably. I guess. I don't know though. I don't know.
I just find it.
I don't know. But you hear that all the time. Like, it ain't easy for them to just get up and go because a lot of them, they live in fear. They scared to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because in fear of what might happen to them if they leave.
You believe that?
I don't. Well, here's my thing. No, it's not that I don't. It's more so for me. I think it's just, and maybe it's just that's how we are as men. We just are just simple. It's like at the end of the day, if it's something going on that's that bad for me, I'm leaving. Like even if I have the fear, like, man, this person is crazy and they might come looking for me, I'm still going to take my chances and I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge. You dig what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's how I feel. Like, yeah, I'm bouncing. You know what I mean? So yeah. I think that's why to us we look at it like, yo, it's simple. Like, yo, shorty, just leave. But they be so caught up like, I can't. He's gonna find me. He's gonna, you know what I mean? It's the same story all the time. They be scared.
She wasn't thinking. I don't believe women would be scared to leave.
Yeah.
Like, I think. I don't think so. Like, I don't even want to speak negative on women, but I think I really.
Sorry. They'd be like, nah, do it.
No. I think I don't believe half that stuff. Like, it'd be so hard to leave. Like,
yeah, you don't think so?
No, I don't. Like,
I hear you. Like, it's just it's one of those things that's constantly always drilled in us too. Like, you know what I mean? Just those type of stories. It's like they scared. Like, I've heard it all the time. Like, I mean, I have a cousin that was in an abusive relationship, and yeah, you wonder like, why, yo, just fucking leave. Like, why would you want to stay and be with somebody that be fucking you up?
Because that don't be the case all the time. Like, I can't see that.
But but if it is the case. If if a chick's in a relationship with a dude that do be physically abusing her, like, I'm asking you, why do you think they would stay?
I think she low key like it. I think she I mean, it's not far fetched when women like to have rough sex and they would like to get smacked up that will leave bruises and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people who just like to get in fights, people who just like pain. Mm-hmm. I think it's a sexual arousement. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think they. So you think
some chicks don't mind being beat the fuck up?
No, I think it's a sexual thing. I think a lot of women like getting beat up. Like, I don't always think it's like, yo, I'm scared for my life. I don't think all those women are scared for. I think some of those women like to get beat up, and they like the feeling of making up.
But you do think that there are women that are in abusive relationships that are just scared to leave, but they want to.
Yeah, I think it's rare. The women who are scared to leave, I think ultimately just try to run away anyway. Nobody just, come on, like, nobody does not run away. Like, or it could be that mentality of just being in jail. Like, all right, you in jail for 5 years, mm-hmm. and then you're not going home, but then you go outside to clean the prison, they give you enough freedom to go outside and leave the prison. You know you could just run and break loose.
Right.
Because you know you're not getting out of jail.
So you might take that, you're going to take that chance.
Yeah, you be like, nah,
yeah,
I'm going to stay here.
yeah.
The prison been good to me.
Right. No. Listen, I hear you because like I said, I think most people look at it like if you're a chick and you're in an abusive relationship, just I don't know why you stick around. Like just leave. I look at it like that, and I just look at it and like I said, when they be like, oh, like because if I leave, he's gonna kill. Like that's the first thing I say. He's gonna kill me if I leave. Da, da, da. It's like, well, I mean, he's gonna probably kill you anyway. So why not just take roll the dice and fucking bang the fuck out and roll out? You know what I'm saying?
The way they be telling the story is like she was next to death the last time you choked her.
Mm-hmm.
So why you really staying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I really think this is a pleasure thing. Like women.
Yeah.
Enjoy, but I think it's another thing. Like a level of abuse comes with a level of attraction, and when I say attraction, I mean like I don't think some women been loved that hard. Like somebody say it's a damn line. Like it's not love, it's obsession. Like some women get flattered. Like yo, he's really in love with me. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
we talked about it before because it's when they say that it's a thin line between love and hate. It's because, and I think, you know what? I think, I'm going to be real. I think I learned that because I talk about that a lot. I'm going to be honest, I think I learned that from you. I think a conversation we had a long time ago, probably on Common Avenue in the kitchen. I think I learned that from you. I think you said it, that love and hate comes from the same place.
No, it does. There's no doubt.
But I think I've always said that, because I understood it, and it makes a lot of sense. But I think the first time I've heard it's like somebody say it like that, I'm pretty sure it was you that said that like yo, love and hate comes from the same exact place.
Yeah, because it's common to say people want to say love. The opposite of love is hate, or the opposite of hate is love. It really isn't. The opposite of love or hate is the feeling of nothing. And
the fact that when you said it, like I said, I understood it completely. And what it is as I've gotten older and have experienced more and more and understood things more and more, it makes more sense to where I totally, so like for instance, I use this as an example. There was a chick, I forget her name. This happened whenever she drowned her. She put her kids in the car. And drove the car off into the river or whatever the fuck, drowned their kids, right? Now, most people, the average person, when people see shit like that, the average person thinks like, she didn't, how can you do that to your kids? Like, no way, she didn't love her kids. And I'm like, and I had a conversation with somebody that I said, well, you can't say she didn't love her kids. And it was like, what? What do you mean? She fucking killed her kids. She drowned them. And I said, it don't mean she didn't love them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't like that. It just, is that crazy to do? Yes. Should she have done it? No. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a term as well. Crazy in love.
Facts.
Definitely.
Exactly. So, but I always say like, nah, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't mean that she didn't love her kids. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's where that, like I said, that love and hate thing is literally almost the same thing. It is literally comes from the same place. You know what I'm saying? I think you can hate something so much that somehow you find some love for it.
There's no,
you know what I mean?
No possible way to hate something that much without love.
Right, and maybe that's how I want to put it.
Because you care too much to hate it.
Maybe that's
you care too much.
Right, because what I was about to say was I think you can hate something so much to where you love it, and I think you can love something too much to where you low key hate it. You know what I'm saying? But you said it I think what you said is better. It's like you can't hate something that much without loving it or having some type of love for it.
Yeah, because you care about it. You care about it enough to hate it.
Yeah.
Like it's like yo man, like I don't like. I mean, people always go back to social media. People playing the thing like, y'all, I got so many haters, but y'all stay in my stories, stuff like that. Like so, at the end of the day, like they literally are your fans, but like it's a psychological thing that's going on here that people try to make fun of, but like that's what it really is. So some people, it's easier. So a lot of people marketing schemes be like, say people aren't likable. Mm-hmm. So they would go out their way to be the bad guy because like I can get just as much attention as the likable person by being hated to the point where there's no way you're just going to hate me.
Charleston White.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I like Charleston White. I know you do. I don't fuck. Yeah, but like you're going to hate me enough to the point where you're going to see the good in me. And that's all it really is. Like you're going to end up liking something about me. I just needed to get your attention by letting you hate me for something. Mm-hmm. So that's what it really is. Like,
nah, you right. Nah, I dig it.
That's why it's easier for people to just be like, yo, I'm just going to get people to hate me. I'm just going to say some foul stuff out my mouth. Yeah. And get all his attention. Versus like, you can say good stuff all day and nobody get her. You're like, hey, man, the planet, we need to take care of the planet. Come on, raise your children. Yeah. Hey, all these good things. And then you like, come on, man, we're going to rape these women at the party. Yeah. They're like, whoa. Right. Forget all that good stuff you were talking about.
Right. Come on. Nah. Yeah. Nah, I got you. Nah, I think that's I think it's different levels or maybe just different aspects of love. Like, you know, you have people always say like, well, what is love? It's like honestly, like I don't really know to a certain extent. Because I think it's all different kind of aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I love music. Do I love music the same way like I love my daughter? It's different. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no way I can't really, you know what I mean? Like I can't really, it's no comparison. It's different. It's just different. It's a different kind of love is what I'm saying. That's what I mean. But like I think it's different aspects of love. You know what I mean? Like, I truly love music. I truly love my daughter. But it's different kind of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different, though. Like, or do you think it's the same? Like, you know what I mean?
I think...
Or am I not making sense?
No, like, love, I mean, you could love... I don't think you love... I don't think you love your daughter. I think people love the idea of the person they love, almost like the music. Your music is basically an idea in your head, like because I mean, if you look at a person, it's just a body or whatever, like something you touch. It's like something you could touch. You can't touch music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So music is just basically an idea, almost like God.
But it's also something. But music, because of what it is, it's because it's sounds. And you hear the sounds and you take it in and it makes you feel.
Yeah, so feelings, you know what I mean? Like feelings, ideas.
Maybe feelings is love. I don't know.
No, feelings. I mean, like I said, everything. I think everything. If you can't really pinpoint on it, to me, it's like it's just it's all it is based up in your mind because you might feel different based on how your mind perceive it. Yeah. So. Any given second, like somebody could do something to your mind, hypnosis or some type of shit to make you look at that whole particular thing to not love it no more. Mm-hmm. It's the idea of it. I think people fall in love with the idea to fall in love. Like God, like I said, God, man, they love. It's all. I think it's all myths. I think they all.
So does love not exist?
I don't think it exists in the way people try to say it exists.
Not real.
I don't think it's real. I think it's a thing like it appears based on your imagination. Based on what you got in your mind. It doesn't, I don't think love is just sitting there for the taking. Like, I don't think you can take love and say have love. I think it's all in your mind. Yeah. It's all in your mind because you could be void of love for whatever reason. Yeah. The reason I say something like that, a lot of things became more apparent when it's like going to the VR world. I'm talking about games again. It's not even a game. But if you could take something like, all right, you could put something over your eyes that can alter the way you feel, the way you see and everything. Mm-hmm. Like you could put something literally on your eyes with high resolution and you'll go look around a room and like, I'm no longer where I thought I was. Mm-hmm. So now I feel completely different now. Right. Like that's how I feel like everything is like a man. Like people say like a real man this, a real man that. Like there's no such thing as it's no such thing as a man. It's crazy to say because it's like it's almost like to say like there's no such thing as a God. Like it's like,
what you mean? There's no such thing as a man?
Like what is a man?
What you mean?
What is a man? Like if somebody say like what is a man? Like yo, describe to me what a man is. You probably going to describe what a male is. You're not going to describe what a man is. Like, there's no such thing as a man. Like, what is a man? Because in everybody's mind, a man is like, oh, yeah, that's a definition. But every time somebody mind, a man is whatever. Like women,
right?
Like, there's no way everybody can say a real man to do this, a real man do that. Like, what is a man?
So, okay, it's real simple. A man definition is an adult male human being. So they're basically saying that a man is just a human that's older.
Yeah, technically,
that's past
male.
A child's age, whatever we consider that.
But what you perceive a man, there's a lot of males. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what is really a man? Like a real man? You know, it becomes this separate thing.
Right.
I'm a male. Like,
but that's when you add that extra, term, like you said, real, like a real man, good man, this and that. So no, I got you. I understand.
So that's how I feel about love. Like, you can't really describe God. All right, so can you break down God or love like you did, just like the definition said, man, adult male.
It's an adult male.
So what is love? How can you basically say what love is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody would just be like, oh, I care for you.
Right. But you could care for something. You could care for somebody or care for something. It doesn't have to equal love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just might, like, I can care about something. Doesn't mean I love it. You know what I mean? So it's almost like.
But you only see it that way because it's in your mind.
What?
How you perceive love. Like, everything's only exists in your mind.
Right. No, but I'm saying forget love. I'm saying we could just look at the word. Let's use the word care. Like, we care for certain things. Like,
yeah, but the word care made me perceive different about somebody else.
Right. But no. I think care, the word like care, I care for something. I care for this. I care for that. I think most people, we all are on the same page as far as what that is. Right? You know, right? You think? I think most people are on the same page as what caring is. So I'm looking at the definition. The provision of what is necessary for the health, welfare, maintenance, and protection of someone or something. Right? That's the definition.
So what is tough love?
I don't know, but that's...
What is tough care?
Nobody says tough care. But, yeah. But what I was trying to say was that I think if you forget about love, and maybe love could be... So, this may sound crazy, but love could actually be, in my opinion, to a certain extent, could maybe be another word that people just use to, like, how they use God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, they say love is God.
So yeah. But what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. Try to hear me out. What I'm saying is, like, in my opinion, what I think people use God, they throw in God when there's something that they can't explain. Whenever you can't explain something, I don't know how this happens. I don't know why this happened. I don't know what this is. Well, it must be God.
Because you can't
explain it.
Because you can't explain God.
That's fine. Whatever. Well, we know that. But what I'm saying is,
that's why people say it.
Right. But what I'm saying is, and we talked about this before, right? Is people insert God when they just can't understand it, or they don't understand something. They don't know why this happened. They don't know how something could happen, and they just automatically insert God. So what I'm saying is, I'm starting to think maybe that's kind of what love is. When you're feeling some way about somebody or something, and you don't know how to explain it.
But that's all in your mind.
Love.
Like I said, like your mind.
That's love.
Your everything. I'm safe to say love is your imagination.
Just like God is your imagination.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
It's safer to say in your imagination because God can tell you to kill people. And I'd be like, no, not my God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's my thing. First of all, I don't think there's no God telling anybody anything. But if you think, but right, that's always the funny part.
Like, my God
wouldn't tell me to do
that wouldn't happen. Like, that's what people say. Like,
yeah.
Like God told you to kill somebody, and you're like, yes, He told me to off.
Well, there are plenty of people in the world that will tell you that God told them to kill these people.
So since somebody can't believe it, like I said, it has to be in your mind.
Yes.
Like I don't think somebody. There's a lot of people that
it's not that it's a God telling you. It's just your own fucking mind.
No, then it comes down to the level of that we are gods.
What you mean?
We are God. We are God.
Here's the thing. The only reason why I don't technically have a problem with that is because I'm sure that we created the term God and created what a God was anyway.
We are like, so, all right, we like cells on the body. Like everybody on this earth is like cells on the body. If you back up from everything on this earth, if you back all the way up, it ain't nothing but like we're like parasites or cells moving around. We are me and you are atoms, part of the same thing. Us here are doing stuff in this house. Somebody's over there doing something over there.
We're all made up the same way.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We are God, the universe. We are connected. Like you could think of something, and somebody across town was probably thinking of that, or you thinking of somebody, and somebody around across town is thinking of you because y'all already connected.
Yeah,
we are not disconnected. We are the universe. The universe is God.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know why we created the word God. We created the term God. God, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know why. I don't even know why we even talk about a God. I think we talk about it because, like I said, we just created it. Like it's bottom line is because when you go back in history, whenever people couldn't explain something, they didn't know what a hurricane was, a tornado was. It was just God. It was an act of God. Once over time, just like even now, we keep constantly learning about whether it's
that's not false though. Like I mean, it's an act of God. Like God,
no, it is false.
No,
it's not. A tornado.
Like I said, I don't know how you perceive God.
I know that, but this one I don't perceive God at all. But what I'm saying is,
so what
this is what I'm saying. A tornado, hurricane, lightning, all these things is what I'm saying is back a long time ago, right? They just looked at it as like all that, like when it was lightning and thunder, and that's God. I remember my grandma used to always say to me, when it's lightning and thunder, that means God is mad. I believe that as a kid. Like when I was a kid, she used to say, when it lightens and thunder, it's because God is mad. That's what my grandma used to tell me. And as a kid, you know what I'm saying, I believed it, right? But that's not what it is. That's not what lightning and thunder is. We can explain what that is. The same way we can explain how hurricanes happen, how tornadoes happen. It has nothing to do with a God.
No, explaining how it happens does not tell you what it is.
No, they can explain exactly what a hurricane is, why it happens. They can explain exactly what a tornado is and why.
No, but if I smack you,
yeah,
you like, whoa. Say you got smacked and didn't see it coming. Like, whoa, what was that? And you break it down like it was a hand moving at 30 miles per hour and came across your face.
Okay,
that's what happened.
Yeah,
but what was it?
It was a smack. You just said it was a smack.
Yeah, but what drove the smack?
What do you mean? Your hand swinging?
Yeah, but what
decided to take your hand in that motion?
Who pushed the hand?
You did.
Exactly. So if I'm God,
who said you God? Why are we saying you? Why are we saying you're God? Like, that's what I'm saying.
Because it's saying like God is just meaning that like the universe, like God is the impossible. But God is the impossible. God is all being.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Why are we saying? What do you mean God is the universe? The universe is the universe. Why are we adding
everything that moves in the universe? What do you mean? I'm not adding anything else.
So what is God and the universe has nothing to do with each other?
God and the universe is one and the same.
No.
Why do you think they're separate?
No.
It makes no sense.
No. We create, because the universe, without us, the universe existed without us as humans. Period.
Yeah, that's God.
No. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So here's an example. You ever see Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2?
No. But what I'm saying is we created the term God. The universe existed before we did. God didn't. There was nothing. There was no God. And nobody thought.
You keep saying before we did. No, the universe did not, because we are the universe.
We're made up of the universe, and that, you know what I'm saying. But the universe, before there were people, human beings, the universe was still the universe.
No, but we always existed. We are the universe.
Nah, people didn't always exist.
When you die, what happens to your body?
Nothing.
What do you mean? You say nothing. What happens to your body? Like your physical body, where happens to it?
Your physical body?
Yes, what happens to it?
Nothing.
Like if it lays on the ground, if you died, you got shot out in the garden, and you laid on the ground.
There. It just eventually what? It's just your body just disintegrates into the soil, right? And, all right, and so what's left is your bones.
Because your body and bones, or even your bones would it'd be around, but it probably takes longer to break down. But your body is the earth.
Right. So it goes
all right,
right
so what's left? So what's left? All right,
Nothing.
So your body, no. What's left in your body? You got your body, but then you got spirit.
No.
All right, you just said no.
No,
so
I'm saying because you can't say you have spirit. You can't just say you have a spirit left because first of all, we don't.
I'm not saying left. It's like one and the same. How's your body moving right now?
Because what I would go for first is what's the spirit?
Spirit and soul. All right.
How do we? But even with soul, here's the other thing. That's the thing with the spirit and soul thing is these are things that people talk about, that spiritual people talk about. There is no evidence or anything that's ever came about to even say that there's such thing as a spirit.
So how does a person,
you know what I mean?
Look? It's just evidence right here. I don't even need to go to school for this.
What's the evidence?
When you die, your nerve, you can feel stuff. Your nerves and all these types of things are alive. Like you can feel things. If you die right now, your body it still functions well. It's just that something left it.
What you mean your body functions well?
Your body functions right now. Like you're moving your hand right now. You're functioning because the nerve in this something in your imagination and your.
But if
your
I
spirit
die, my hand will stop moving.
I'm saying your imagination and soul is all one and the same. Once that leaves your body, once it ceases to stay in your body, that movement you no longer can do that movement. The body can still work. The body is not fucked up.
The body, if once you die and everything shuts down, your body doesn't work.
No, it does work because I could take your heart and put it in somebody else. That's why it's organ donors. Your body is not unusable.
I got you. No. I got you.
Like something left the body. Like there's no. All right, so like there's something.
Right. Like I got you. You could like you said, there's organ because I'm actually an organ donor. Right. You could take like they have heart transplants. Right. You could use parts from the body.
Yes.
Right. And you could do that. I know that. I'm with you 100%. That still has nothing to do with a spirit or a soul.
So how you're talking right now?
If you look,
you're talking right now.
Yeah.
How are you talking?
What you mean?
Your body is just like your body are like this machine I'm operating right now.
Yeah.
Like it works. I push a button, I change the camera. It changes. Because the spirit.
To do. What spirit?
But what you mean? How are you talking?
What do you?
How are you? No, you can't even explain how you're talking.
No. But this is what I'm saying. But again, I think the issue is that where the issue comes with me is that people have to we can't just say that it's this. People have to explain what that is. Like you have to tell me what a spirit or a soul is. Nobody's able to do that.
No. I'm telling you.
All you could do
I'm telling you that it exists. I don't have to tell you exactly what it is to let you know it exists.
No. But you do.
All right. So if I don't know the terminology of air, oxygen I'm breathing in right now, but we know
you might not know it, but you. But it can be broken down.
The name is not even important versus it actually exists. What I'm saying is that if we void of this thing, oxygen, if we void of oxygen on this earth, we can't breathe. Mm-hmm. I don't have to know what it is to know that if we don't have it,
right,
that means that it exists. Like if we subtract oxygen right now from you, we know that you can't breathe because it doesn't exist anymore.
No, I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is you right, like you just said, you don't have to know what oxygen actually is or how it works.
We don't have to know what it is to know it exists. That's what I'm saying. Why would you have to know exactly what it is to know it exists?
But what the difference is, like you said, you might not know. I might not can break it down. But there are people that can. Like they can break down what oxygen is.
You don't have to break it down to know it exists. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Somebody at some point somebody had to break it down to know that because then we wouldn't have known that it was something called oxygen. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you didn't have to break it down because it exists. Like literally, like if me and you was on a planet,
So, but what I'm saying is
you're breathing,
right? But what I'm saying is this, right? So when somebody asks you like, "Yo, how are you living? Like, how are you breathing?" We can explain that. We can explain like, "Yo, I'm breathing oxygen."
Yeah, but no.
So what I'm saying is, when you say spirits or soul, that's why I'm asking. What is that? What is a spirit? What is a soul then?
The spirit and soul is your true self.
That doesn't tell me anything.
How are you talking, sir?
What you mean?
How are you talking?
There's a lot of reasons. I have vocal cords.
No, that's
what you mean? I got vocal cords.
Yo,
that's how I'm talking. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like
I just gave you an example of that. Like
if somebody asks you how are you breathing, right? You can explain how you breathe to a certain extent, whatever, to whatever the knowledge that you might have or whatever. Like, granted, like, I'm not no fucking, I don't fucking know anything at all. Like when it comes to shit like that, but we do know we need oxygen to breathe.
If you die right now, you are void of something. Your body. All right. So you had to come to terms. You have a body, right?
Yeah.
This is your body.
Yeah.
All right. For the camera, this is my body.
Yeah.
If I die,
that's it.
The body is still here.
Okay.
What happened?
What you mean? What happened?
How I'm moving this body? How my true self is moving this body? Where is it at?
It ain't nowhere. It's still there. But it's dead because you died from whatever you died from. Your heart stopped. Whatever, no, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever happened as far as the death.
Energy don't die.
I know
it transferred. Here's another proof.
But then that's a whole other thing. So
no. I'm about to say energy transfer. You know how it doesn't die? Because you can capture energy.
Okay.
You can capture energy, and I don't got to say like we harness it like a villain. Like we got all this energy in this hydrogen bomb.
So
we're not talking about that. I'm talking about energy. Energy can be stored on a video. This is a video right now.
But does that mean that energy what does that have to do with spirit? That doesn't mean that's a spirit.
Energy,
that's a soul.
Energy and spirit.
Energy is energy.
No, they're one and the same.
So you're saying that energy, spirit,
we are energy. We are energy.
I'm with you. But what does that have to do with a soul and a spirit?
You keep separating spirit and soul like
because why are we putting it together?
It's the same name. It's the same thing. It's the same name.
So you're saying energy is the same as spirit and soul?
Yes, it's the same exact thing.
I think this is my issue, and it's the same thing with the God thing with people.
We are
like, I don't know why people have to make up more stuff.
No, they're not making.
The universe is the universe. Like you said, energy is real. We know energy is real. Whatever the case is, to a certain extent, as far as when it comes to whatever fucking energy. But I don't know where spirits. So these are things we created as people.
No, we didn't create.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't. No, we just exist.
There was no such thing. Nobody. If you go back to soul, we created the term soul and all this shit. All these things, soul and spirits. That ain't energy. Is energy. Like you said, you can capture energy. So I'm with you. I got you.
Yeah, all right.
I just don't know why we have to attach.
I think you stuck on the words. You're stuck on the words of. That's why people got to stop. Like
because there's people that don't look at spirits and soul as the same thing as energy.
Because they playing the game of playing with the words. Because like I said, your imagination. People play it because your mind is perceiving. People think that spirit is this. They try to compartmentalize these different words to mean certain things, but ultimately it means only one thing. Soul, spirit, energy are the same exact thing. It's energy. It's all the same exact thing. If I punch a punching bag, I transfer energy into the punching bag. The energy moved it across the room. The same thing with your body. Like, your energy running through my body causes me to ball my fists up. The same thing when we was talking on the podcast with Ant of energy. Like there's electric in your hand.
Yeah,
it's a higher there's electric. The reason why you use the example there's electric in your body because electric is energy. The same way electric eel can conduct electricity out of his body to shoot out of his body. We all have energy. We are alive. We are the inner energy within it doesn't die, it transfers. So once your body died, that means it no longer can host in this body.
Yeah.
The energy leaves this body, but it leaves somewhere else. That's why it's like people come up with the thing of reincarnation or stuff like that, because you never truly dies and we never truly are separated. We all are connected. Like we all are all the same. That's why when your body is void of this energy, it just goes back into the earth. Because it goes back to the earth because you literally are the earth. You literally are the earth. Like you literally are God. You literally are God. Like that's why you can pray. That's why
praying does nothing.
Why do you think praying does nothing?
Because there has never been not one point in time at any time where
I think you think prayer is magic. Prayer is not magic.
No, I don't.
So how do you? There's no way to disprove prayer.
Huh?
There's no way to disprove prayer. Because if you're not thinking of prayer,
but you can't even really say that. That don't even make sense. There's no even reason to say. There's no reason to. I mean, there's no way to disprove prayer. There has never been any point in time ever in life, and there's nowhere you can look or find any proof that prayer works.
Think of a prayer. And I'm trying to listen. Think of a prayer that
I don't know any prayers.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying a prayer is just saying something that you want to happen.
Exactly right. But what I'm saying is there's never been a time, and they've tried it. You can look it up, research it. They've tried it to see if prayer actually works. Right? There's plenty of fucking studies all over the place you can look up and find about whether prayer works.
No,
right?
But you got to think how you look at prayer. Like, so what's motivational speaking?
Motivational speaking.
So what is speaking into existence?
That's not prayer. I know what you're saying.
I'm saying, but if you don't believe, like
that's not. No, I think speaking something into existence is all that to me is. It's just like it's like training your mind. It's like if you constantly keep telling yourself like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You're training your mind to tell yourself like I'm going to do this. It's no different.
No, you don't train your mind.
You do train your mind.
You think you're training your mind. The reason thing is, like I just said, your mind, your imagination, and you are a God.
But if you don't think you train your mind?
If you are a God and your mind is the most powerful thing, there's nothing you can't think about in your imagination. In your wild people, like your wildest imagination. Your imagination is infinite.
Right.
Meaning that you're not training your mind, you're using your mind because you are God.
You are using it, but you don't think you train your mind? You can train yourself how to think?
Anything is possible. Like, so,
I got you.
To say like I want to fly, you think that your prayer is like you want to fly like Superman. You want to fly like Superman.
It will never happen.
No, but you can fly. But you can fly, though. So a man creates a plane.
Get on a plane. Right.
No, he created a plane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. You looking at prayer as you looking at.
I'm not.
No, you have to be because you have to be looking at prayer as a thing of that is like cartoony and that it has to happen instantaneous.
No, I don't.
So creating a plane, like how are you negating the fact that I'm flying?
No, but it has nothing to do with prayer. You could pray for 40 years of your life
about what?
Anything.
I'm saying like just make. This is what I'm saying. Give me anything to say how it's not possible.
This is what I'm saying. So if you're saying this,
okay.
This is what I'm saying. You could pray. Let's say you could pick anything you want to pick. Let's say we could use the flying thing. Let's say somebody was praying that they could fly for 40 years of their life, and boom,
it's possible.
Boom, somebody invents the plane. Right? Does that mean their prayer was answered?
Why would you think any otherwise?
Because somebody prayed for 40 years about flying.
You think prayer is instantaneous? That's what I'm trying to say.
No. But you're missing the point. Is just that just because we're able to do something at some point doesn't mean it's because somebody sat and prayed about it.
So how is it disproving it then? How are you saying it's not because of that? How are you saying it's not because of that?
Listen, it's not about disproving it. And here's the thing, this is what I'm saying with the whole disproving the thing, is I don't have to disprove anything when it comes to stuff like that, because the burden of proof is on the person who believes the thing that you're stating. So it's just like when people say that's what it is. That's how it goes. If you believe in a God, right?
I am God.
All right. Well, I'm not even talking about you. I'm just saying in general, right? For people, when people be like, I believe in God, right?
Okay.
And then you have whatever conversation about it, and then they'll say to me or something like, well, prove to me that he doesn't exist. That is that's not an argument we can have. That's silly. It's nonsense, because the burden of proof is on you because you believe it. So if you believe it, you prove that it's true. I don't believe it. I have no reason to believe it. I don't see anything around me to believe what you're saying. Now, if you want me to believe it, then show me or prove to me. The burden of proof is on a person that's making the claim. You can't ask somebody to disprove something.
It's like saying It's like saying you don't believe in danger.
No,
it's like saying I don't believe in danger, and I walk across the street and look to see if any cars is coming, you're a fucking liar. You're a liar. Because like it's like you saying you don't believe in danger. It's like saying I'm using danger as God. Like it's like saying
you can't use that though. I don't think you can.
If God is everything, like you're literally trying not to.
Who said God is everything? That's what I'm saying. Where you
then what is God?
It's a word we made up.
No.
And like
stop looking at the word. Right, what is the creator or what is everything?
What do you mean the creator? I think that's the other issue with me is that I don't know why people feel like we have to. Again, I think it just goes back.
Nothing was created.
I don't know, and that's the other thing with me. I am perfectly fine with saying I don't know. What I'm not cool with is putting things in place or in certain things because people don't know, and that's what most people do. They insert stuff when they don't, instead of just saying, I don't know.
Who knows anything?
I'm with you.
No, I'm asking. No, I don't know. I'm not with you because I'm not saying.
I don't know. No, I'm telling you, I don't know. What I'm saying is just like when people talk about a creator. Who says there's a creator?
Creator is no. You have to look.
You can't say you have. It has to be a creator. You can't say that. No, because it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a creator. As far as when you talk about, as far as creating what?
How is things created? Things are just God is just right.
No.
So what? All right. So how is these things here? How is anything here?
I don't know how everything's here. That's what I'm saying. But that because I don't know, that don't mean I just say, oh, it must be God. That just doesn't make sense. I can't do that.
But you believe it's here.
Believe what's here?
Things are here.
I could. There's certain things. Yes, I will believe. Like I think we both can believe that this glass is here. From what we both understand is what a glass is and what actually is existing and being here is.
I got to say like danger.
But what I'm saying is, can we like when you talk about stuff like spiritual or soul, I don't know what that is. I don't know what a soul is. I don't know what spiritual is. I mean, yeah, I've heard about a soul. I've heard about spirits. I've read things about it. What it could be, but there's nothing that anybody can show or display to really even.
You're displaying it now. That's the ignorance of it. That's ignorant. You're moving your arms around.
Has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me having a soul. That's you.
So how are you talking?
So do animals have souls?
Yes.
Does insects have souls?
Yes, because it's energy. What are you talking? Anything that produces. So it doesn't make any sense how you don't believe in energy.
No, I do believe in energy. That's what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm getting. This is what I'm not understanding on your part as far as the soul and spirit is. I don't know why
you keep separating it.
Because
there's no such thing as separating.
The same.
They are the same.
If you look, look up. If you look up with energy, the definition.
Stop
of energy.
looking up energy. Look, because you're looking up something.
But where are you basing your information from? We have to go off of what we both. At the end of the day, it's just no different from when I looked up the definition of man, right? We both are on the same page as far as, to a certain extent, as far as how we understand things, right?
All right, so go. All right, put it like ghosts. All right, let's say spirits. Like spirits is very synonymous with ghosts.
And I don't believe in ghosts.
Because you don't believe in.
Why would I believe in a ghost?
That's what doesn't make any sense.
Why would I believe in ghosts?
Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it leaves behind energy. If a man went to a college and was like, yo, I got this device and it tracks the energy. Like right now, the levels in here right now, it's like my voice is going to this machine as we speak.
Yeah.
The levels are going up.
Technology. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's technology. But the technology is detecting energy. My voice is projecting energy through a microphone. This microphone only works with energy going through it.
Okay.
That means
I believe in energy. I know it's energy.
Energy is God. Energy is everything. Energy is your soul.
Can't say energy is God, man. You just can't.
Yo,
energy is just energy.
You forcefully don't want to believe in God.
I'm not.
You're literally telling yourself,
because I think you keep forgetting that, dog. Like I keep saying, I'm just not understanding why God keeps getting placed in these.
You don't have to understand something to know it exists. That's why you literally can't.
You're right, that. But that's what I'm saying. I hear you, but what I'm saying is, I think the problem. No, I'm not burning myself out at all. I don't think you're understanding what you're saying, and not what you're saying. I don't think you're understanding where I'm coming from as far as the points that I'm making as far as. The whole God thing. Now, granted, maybe it's because you keep saying we're God, So maybe that might be the miscommunication, is because you're saying that we are God. You're saying you're God.
We are God.
All right. So I think that might be where the miscommunication is coming in between us, is because I think you're looking at it that way. I'm more so thinking of it on like what people think, the people that believe in God, what God is like. People that believe in God don't think that they're God. You know what I'm saying? They believe in this higher power. So that's kind of where I'm more so coming at that aspect of it. So I think that might be where the little miscommunication is because you're talking about God as you being God.
Yeah, but I think you're looking at me saying I'm God, that I'm like levitating.
No, not at all.
Angels and
no, but when you ask people what's God, most people say it's it's what? It's the higher power that created everything. The reason why we're here is all because of God. He created us. He gave us life. He did this. He did that.
And what is a higher power? We had this conversation.
I don't know.
What is a higher power? You don't know what a higher power is.
No, what's a higher power?
You don't know what it is. You don't know what a higher power is. You don't know something that's higher than you.
The only thing the universe.
So I just said.
I mean,
I literally said God is the universe.
But you can't. This is what I'm saying. Just because you say something don't mean it's true.
But you believe in the universe.
Because we know the universe exists. There's actually it's the fucking universe. That's what we're in. We're in the universe. We have
and it just was, right?
We have plenty of
and the universe just was, right? It wasn't created. I'm not trying to say the word created because you don't believe anything was created.
No, I didn't say I don't believe anything was created. I'm saying we don't know if who or what or if anything created the universe. We don't know that. So I'm fine with saying I don't know. I know the universe exists. I know that.
So all right, so
we have enough information.
Even if we don't know if anybody created it, if we don't know anybody created it, so it just was. Like I said, it was just
maybe it was.
Maybe
it just was.
So you're living life based on.
Maybe the universe has always been.
So you maybe like to you it's like, yo, maybe my arms, I'm moving my arms.
I think
maybe I'm moving my body.
I think
maybe I'm talking.
What you getting, I think what you're not understanding is I'm fine with not knowing. What people have to get more comfortable with is being fine with not knowing.
You do know things exist. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you keep saying you don't know.
Yes, but
you're not that ignorant. You know.
No, I do know that I know things. There are things that exist, but you're not going to sit here and try to tell me that a God exists. You can't explain a God. There's no way for you to prove that a God exists.
Do danger exist? I keep trying to get
that has nothing to do with a God.
I'm saying, look, yes. No. You have to think about analogies. It is analogy.
And actually, no.
Dude, if you cross the street, if you look across the street,
it depends on the person.
Exactly. I just said that.
It depends on
I just said that.
Because what's dangerous to you might not be dangerous to me.
I literally just said that. I just said God is your imagination. Say that thing you that's not grasping it. Like,
it's not that it's not grasping. So, but like I said, I think the problem is that I think we're both arguing about two different. The way I'm looking at
you're literally trying to take definitions to cancel out if something exists or not. You are literally, I gave you an example. There is no doubt that danger comes from like, yo, literally like a kid might not know what danger is and cross the street without looking. But if something happened when they cross the street, they know that something actually exists to believe in it. So like I said, so far as crossing the street, now there will be knowledge of, you can say good and evil, but I'm going to say knowledge for this example, there will be knowledge of danger, meaning that they are aware of something. So to say like, yo, you exist right now is like, I don't know what created something, but you know it exists. So if you know it's something that exists, like, yo, that is, what is it that exists? We could say that's a tree that exists, but what is the sole factor of where it came from? The tree doesn't exist, but everything's in harmony, so that will make it God. You keep thinking, like I said, your perception, your imagination in your mind, like I said, people perceive what God is all the time. Yeah. And whatever you think whatever in your mind, what I think is God, and whatever you think, what you say you don't know, but you do know things exist. And if they, I mean that God exists. That's all it really is.
God don't exist in my
mind. God does exist because you exist.
No.
And you are God.
No.
That makes no sense to say that you don't exist. It's like you don't exist.
No, I do, but
like
I don't understand how you don't realize it's not making any sense. Like,
no, it makes. If you exist and God just exists, you're literally saying you don't exist.
I exist. I'm right. I exist. We both exist as human beings, right?
You keep saying human beings as is a separation from God. Like, yo, the word human being is just a word to say what the physical body is. That's carried around the vessel of.
What is God?
You are God.
And what is that?
What you mean? What is that?
What is God?
God exists.
No. But what is God? What is God?
Existence. God is existence.
What is your definition? Your definition of God is existence.
Exactly. There's no way to get away from that. God is existence.
How is it? What you mean? There's no way to get away from it?
You can't get away from things exist. There's no way to get out of that.
That doesn't. No. But
there's nothing you can get out of existence.
Existence is existence, right?
No. You can't say existence exists.
What's the definition of existence?
It exists. Like this, I exist. This microphone exists.
Let's look up the definition of
existence. There is no possible way to get away from that.
Existent. I mean, that's fine, but I'm just not understanding the God thing. That's all. We're gonna look up the
energy exists. Energy never dies because it exists.
We're gonna look up the definition of existence. All right, that's all. We're gonna look up the definition of existence. If I know how to spell it right, because I suck.
God willing, you spell it right.
Probably. I ain't worried about that. All right. So it's a noun. The fact or state of living or having objective reality. Let's see. Hold up. This is an example they use of that definition.
You can just go over that.
The definition, the fact or state of living or having objective reality. This is an example they use. The plane was the oldest Boeing remaining in existence. Similar definition, what is another example? She helped to keep the company alive when its very existence was threatened. A way of living. Here's another example. Living in a city was more expensive than a rural existence. Whatever. That wasn't a great one, but so
they can use all the examples. And all those examples were living.
Right. But what I'm saying is
energy doesn't die.
Where does the God thing come in?
I just told you, God is existing. It's existence.
So I think what it is, I think you have your own personal definition of God.
No, I don't have no personal definition.
That's not everybody's definition.
Go. No, like listen.
Right?
No matter what definition they get of God, it's existence.
No, that's what you're saying.
What is God?
Because we look up the definition of God?
Look it up. All it's going to say it exists. Whatever it is.
No, it's not. It can't say that.
Whatever. There's no possible way you can even
look it up.
There's no possible way you can even think of something if it doesn't exist.
God doesn't equal existence at all.
The thought of me thinking of God exists.
Yeah, but that's you.
It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
You mean it's you.
So here's the thing, and this is the first thing it says. In Christianity, which I don't even know, that's the first thing it says. In Christianity and other monotheistic, I probably said that wrong, but religions, the creator and ruler of the universe and source of all moral authority, the supreme being. That's Christianity. That's fine. I already kind of knew that's what it was going to say. But that's the definition. It is in certain other religions. I'm just reading a second. In certain other religions, a superhuman being or spirit worship as having power over nature or human fortunes, and a deity. Am I saying that? Deity. Yeah, I always say that shit wrong. What I'm saying is though, that's the definition of God. That's
but you just said the word. Every God is a being. Every God is a being, and the being is living. And energy never dies.
But in both of those definitions we just looked up.
Yeah, the definition they were saying a being. They said something existed.
There's nothing. There's
a source. A source means that something exists.
A source is a source.
No, a source exists. It does not. You can't say a source is a source. A source is not unknown. A source is not. There's a source. That means it exists.
Okay.
There's no possible way. I'm not even yelling at you. I'm just saying that.
No, I got you. I just still don't. None of these definitions that we just read. At the end of the day, like I just said, from existence, that definition. What I was saying with
the source, the definition of source was saying living, and living.
We didn't look up the definition of source.
The definition, I meant to say existence. Existence was living.
It had nothing. There's nothing about it that has anything to do with energy, God, none of that.
Energy,
not even mentioned.
If something never dies, that means it's what? If something is, what's the opposite of dead? If something is never dead, that means it's alive.
It's living.
Exactly. If something is living, that means it exists.
I just still don't know where the God thing comes in at. That's all.
Because God is existence. God is not existing. God is existence.
I mean, like I said, I think that's just your personal definition.
No, it's not a personal definition. There's no way around that.
No, I don't. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's 50 million people.
If 50 million people
don't feel that way.
If 50 million people say whatever they're gonna say about God, there's no way they can say anything about God if it doesn't exist.
That makes absolutely no sense.
The reason that people of your mind state, y'all literally try to cancel out the existence of God when it doesn't even matter because you're speaking as you're existing. So like I said, even if you cancel out the imaginary God of existing, you are God because you exist.
So basically you're saying God and existence are the same thing.
Yes.
Okay. I got you. I got you.
There's no way around it.
I don't
even if you was the last thing on earth, you're still God.
Listen, so the God and existence to you is the same exact thing. I don't know where.
There's no separation of existence and God being separated.
I don't know where you came up with that.
I didn't come up with it.
Fine.
It existed. It existed. Like tornadoes. Explain tornadoes. Like I just told you before. If a tornado, you said something about a tornado. The fact that the tornado exists, you cannot say it doesn't exist when you're looking right at it and are affected by it. You can't tell me if it's something I can see. Even if it's something you say is a mirage, is not here, meaning that I can physically touch, that I can see it, meaning that it exists. The fact that I can see
God.
No. Yeah, God is existence. Because nothing exists without God. And you are God.
I'm going to be honest. That shit don't make no sense to me. But
it doesn't make any
I don't.
Literally that you can't believe things exist and you are existing.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I think you missing that. I know things exist because there are like I just said. We just said that. We said like I know this exists. Why? But there's a reason why I know this exists. And it's the same reason why you know it exists. That's all. But like you said, God and existence is the same thing. I don't agree. That's all I'm saying. But I get what you're saying, and at the end of the day, because that doesn't make sense to me. We'll sit here and argue about it all day because it just don't make sense to me of what you're saying. But I do understand that for you, God is existence, and things can't exist.
Everybody
without
existence.
No, that's not everybody.
Everybody.
Can't say that. But
they're literally not believing God's not believing anything exists.
That's not true. But I understand that that's where you sit with it is that God is existing.
You're literally not telling me what you're literally not telling me what a higher power is.
No. I don't know. I don't understand because I don't know what you mean.
When you say stuff, you say you don't understand. You're literally not telling me what a higher power is. You're literally telling me what God is. You don't even say what a God is. You say I don't believe.
Because I don't believe in God.
How you don't believe in something that don't exist?
How about this? Let me say this.
That doesn't make any sense.
Listen
to what you're saying. Look, I'm good. I'm gonna let you talk. You literally can't say I don't believe in something you believe don't exist.
Huh?
You're literally saying like even if no religion and nothing like that, you're literally saying I don't believe in whatever God is or anything about God. I don't believe that you literally saying I don't believe in anything. When you say you don't believe,
what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying? You're saying you don't know.
No.
So you believe in that you don't know. You believe you don't know.
No, that's a different thing. Not knowing something and whether I believe or don't believe is two different things. They're two different things. They're not the same. Like just because I say I don't know doesn't mean I don't believe or whatever. Just like I could believe in a fucking whatever. I could believe in fucking Bigfoot, right? I could choose to believe that. And believing it's a choice. You choose to whether to believe something or not. You don't have to.
No. We're not talking. You believe that you don't know. You literally is one and the same. You saying what you believe.
Well, no. I don't have to believe if I don't know something. It's like if you ask me a question and I don't know the answer.
But no, that's what you said. You said you don't know.
About what?
You said
what?
you believe. I'm safe to say I don't know. You said you believe that you don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know what. What are you saying? Asking me.
That's how crazy it is. You don't even know what you don't
know.
No,
I don't know. I'm asking you, what did I say that I said I don't know to?
You said I'm safe with saying I don't know.
I'm right. If I don't know something, I'm safe. I'm okay. Let me not even use the word safe. I'm saying I'm okay with saying I don't know. Why would I say anything else? If I asked you a question and you don't know the answer, why would you just make up something?
I didn't make up exactly.
No. I didn't say you did. I'm saying though. What I'm saying like if you don't know something, then I'm saying I'm okay with just saying I don't know. If I don't know the answer, I'm not gonna make something up or start saying like, oh, I think even with or I'm not gonna start saying what I believe just because that's what I believe. Just because what I believe don't mean that it's true.
That's what's even funnier about it. The example I gave of danger, even like I said, a child don't know of danger. It's just not. It does not mean that it negates the fact that something exists.
Well, I don't think that it's that a child don't know of danger. I just think they might not be on the same level or know or understand the levels of danger. Their danger is different. You know what I'm saying?
So all right, so
a little kid may look at something. You know what I mean?
Here's the evidence of them not knowing of danger. A kid put their hands on the stove.
Right.
It burns their hand. They don't touch that stove again.
Right.
That means now they knew. They didn't know.
Right, but they didn't know before, right?
Exactly. So that means that the fact that you don't know something does not mean that something that does not exist.
I never said that.
You are saying that.
No, I'm not.
Then what you say? I'm safe with saying you're safe to say that you're safe to saying that I'm safe to saying I don't know.
To things that I don't know. Yes, if I don't know, I don't know. I never said that.
So the things you don't know does not mean that it doesn't exist. So even though you don't know about,
does exist.
That's because you don't know about God. You're just basically saying it doesn't exist.
I think you're going back to trying to get me to disprove something. And what I keep saying, it doesn't fall on me. It falls on the person that's making.
No, it don't. You're trying to pass the buck. It's all on you because you're trying to say you think that saying that you don't know.
So let me change this.
You think that saying that you don't know something.
So let me change this.
It leaves you.
Here's the thing. Let me say this. I'm not saying that a God don't exist. This is all I'm saying. I don't believe a God exists. I'm not saying
that's retarded.
That is.
I literally called you retarded for the first time. That makes no sense. Say what you just said again.
I just said.
Say what you said again.
I am not saying a God doesn't exist.
Okay.
I'm saying I don't believe a God exists. I am not in belief that a God does exist. Could a God exist? Sure, why not? There's a lot of things that could be, right? So that's what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is I am not convinced. I have to be convinced to believe something for the most part for me. I'm not convinced that a God exists. Therefore, I don't believe. Whether it's true or not is whatever. I'm not convinced, so I don't believe that a God exists. So in my opinion, I have no reason to believe a God exists.
But you believe he could exist.
No. I'm saying.
But you believe you just.
I'm saying I'm not. I can't say that he doesn't exist because I have no way to prove that he doesn't exist. What I'm saying is the people, and I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about just people in general. No. I'm talking about people in general because like I just said to you, I think your definition of how you use God is different from a lot of people. What I'm saying is the people that claim God exists, once you tell me that when you say, no, God does exist, and I say, well, tell me how, show me how. What I'm saying is the burden of proof is on you because you're the one making the claim that something is actually true. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. I'm saying I don't believe it. And because I don't see any reason to believe it. Could I be wrong? Sure. Could I be right? Sure. I just don't see any reason to believe that it's true. Now, if you show me or you give me something for me to see, like, and you know, because there's been things that I didn't think or I didn't know or didn't believe or whatever, and then I realized, and then I was, you know, I learned that, oh shit, this is true. This is true. I'm cool with that. All I'm saying to you is, I don't have a reason to believe that God exists. I am not convinced that there is an actual God. Now, I'm talking about more so the God that people talk about in the Bible and all other religions. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about that God. And that's why I keep saying I think that's where some of the, you know what I mean? Because I think the way you're looking at your view and the way you think of it is a little different from that, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the God in the Bible, the God in all other holy books or whatever. Fuck. I don't believe in that God. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that God.
Yeah, but in all those books, God exists.
No, it's a book. It's a story.
In all those books, the talk of God is that he exists.
The stories, right? They talked about saying that.
Don't matter about the stories.
Yeah,
the God and the God in all those books exists. That's what I'm saying. Like the books, no matter what book it is, no matter what, the book exists as well. Yeah, no matter what they talk, what they talk about, the Bible exists. Would they explain God in those books?
Everything in those books could be fucking 100% false. They're stories. They could be 100% false. You know why? Because it's a book that somebody wrote.
I'm not saying the story is true.
Okay.
I'm saying that in every one of those books, God as a whole, God as a being exists.
I don't know how you can say that, but
there's no religious books where God is dead.
He dies in the Bible.
No. That's a part. It's like saying that if your car battery dies, that all energy died with it.
There's nowhere it is.
That makes no sense. It's like your car battery dies, so now there's no energy left in the world.
You lose me when you
because it's because I'm talking about energy. Nah, I'm talking about energy and spirit. If I'm separating energy and spirit, then there's energy in the car battery, and there's energy other places in the world. Because that car battery died, does not mean that we are voided of energy.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's just, I'm telling you, we'll never get nowhere with it, because I'm telling you, with the way, like I said, I'm telling you, the way your God thing, whatever, is totally different from what I think where I'm coming from with it. That's what I'm saying. We're never going. I'm telling you, it's
Two Thangs.
Never going to get. But hold up, before you even, because I don't even want to be on that relationship. But hold on, I had a question though. This is way totally different from what we just talking about. Question: in a relationship, right?
Okay.
How often does, if you're in a relationship, how often do you have to have sex? Do you think that you think it should be like a certain, like when you're in a relationship, like, do you think like, we should be having sex this amount of times? Like it should, you know what I mean? Or we should never go this long without having sex? Or, you know what I mean? Like, what do you think about that? Like, as far as being in a relationship with somebody, whether you're married or girlfriend, whatever the case is.
Do you control your orgasm?
What you mean?
Do you control your orgasm? Like, if you could say right now, if you say you had sex right now, mm-hmm. you could tell me the exact time you're going to have an orgasm?
Could I do it?
Could anybody do it?
I don't think so.
Exactly. So there's no way to say how often you can have sex when it's.
I think there's the God shit got you thinking super deep there.
I think about that. I think about that in everything. That's how I think in general.
Yeah.
Like there's no possible way you could tell somebody how often they can have sex when there's no other way. There's no way to say I'm going to have sex. This is impossible to say that I'm going to have sex as many times a week. There's no way I could promise you that.
Why not?
Because I don't even know how I'm gonna feel to have sex.
Right. So you're saying you're going off of how you feel.
Everybody, like, I'm not a machine.
Yeah. Unless I'm with you, but this one, I think this is, again, like I said, you're making it too complicated. I got you. Yeah. You know, I understand. I'm with you. I'm saying, like, if we breaking it down for the fucking these average motherfuckers that's probably listening to my podcast. I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, you know how people are. People think, when they're in a relationship, they like, for instance, I'll use an example for myself. Like, when I was in a relationship a long time ago with this chick, it got to a point where she started to be upset because she was like, we not having sex enough. Right? And it was, you know what I'm saying? Granted, because, in the beginning, it was like, we was having sex all the time. And, you be with somebody for a while, and it's just like, all right. At least for me, you know what I'm saying? But I think with most guys, I think, when you having sex with the same person for a certain amount of time, I think at some point, just the desire kind of dies down. That's how I feel. I think most guys are like that. I could be 100% wrong. So I just look at it like, as far as the frequency of having it, it's like, to me, it's like, it's probably going to slow down. So she had an issue because we wasn't having sex as much. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, you know what I mean? Do you think that if you're in a relationship that, it's like, like I said, that was really the simple question was, is there a certain amount of time, like, do you have like a not necessarily a number, but like if you're in a relationship married, do you think like, yo, we should be having sex at least twice a week, 2-3 times a week?
We have sex or as much as I want to. Literally.
What about the
sex
partner?
Sex ain't for them. If I'm having sex, well, how me having sex is for you? You having sex for you. You eat food for you.
Yeah.
How can I have sex with another person?
So if
I only had sex for me. So I would have sex as much as I want to have sex.
Yes.
That's why you should never have sex for somebody else's interest. Yeah. On somebody else's terms. You only have sex on your terms.
But let's say so if you marry, right? And let's say for some reason, whatever, you only while you're married, you're like, you good with just like, yo, me and my wife had sex once a week. And that's just whatever. That just works out for you. You good with that. That's how it goes down. But let's say she's like, I want to have sex. We should be having sex 3-4 times a week. But you're not like, do you do that to please her because she wants to have sex at least 3-4 times a week? Or do you just like, no, I'm good. I'm cool. I
don't have sex according to my partner, to my woman. I don't have sex. I never did that. I never had sex because a chick said she wanted to have sex.
Got you.
I only do it on my terms. That's just me.
Yeah,
never did.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. Any.
So you wouldn't care like if you're in a relationship with somebody, whatever, and it's somebody that you love them, you care about them, but they want you to so you're saying is you're not gonna have sex if you don't feel like it. Bottom line, even if your woman wants to, but you don't feel like it.
Yeah, because I'm only having sex for me.
Got you.
Yeah. I mean, this is a real topic. Every chick I've been with, I never had sex for them. I only had sex for myself, and that was the.
So you don't have sex to please them. You don't like pleasing chicks.
No, it's only pleasing me. Why the hell would I be pleasing you? You got to please yourself. Because I can't.
Of course, they have some responsibility in that situation for sure, but
they can't even make me orgasm. It's all up to me. The thing is the people want to flatter themselves that I'm only going to have a bigger orgasm based on what I do or don't do. It's based on
there's nothing that they can do?
No, it's nothing they can do to my they can't change my imagination. Okay. They can't change my desire because all my desire is in my mind. Mm-hmm. You can't change what's in my mind.
I got you.
So I orgasm based off how I feel. You can't change how I feel.
So you don't think that you please a chick? You don't think chicks can please you? You think that's all on you?
I please myself.
Even during sex.
Yeah, I'm pleasing myself because it's me mentally having sex.
But you don't think there's nothing that your partner can do to provide that pleasure to you? No. You think that's all? So that's all you?
It's all me.
Okay.
So say if I'm just really horny, they have no say so on how horny I am.
Now, but here's the thing. But are there women that you've had sex with that you like? I enjoyed having sex with her more than her.
No, I ultimately felt
all the same.
I ultimately felt like
it's all the same.
I enjoy having sex with myself. I enjoy myself having sex with these people.
That's an interesting take. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so you don't look at you don't have no chicks that you looked at like they
don't do shit for me. No, sexually they don't do shit for me. Women sexually, I do something for myself. Sexually.
Women have done a lot of things exceptionally well, in my opinion.
If I could stick my penis, if I could stick my penis in a tree and I'm saying somebody's head, and they can give me head.
You be cool. No, you know what's funny?
Well, I'm gonna be like, yo, the tree set it off. Like,
yo. No. But no, you know what's funny? And we'll end that shit on this, and I'm sure we'll pick up and talk about this another time. Especially, that's why I wish what's the name, John, that was supposed to come through was gonna be here, because this would have been a great topic. But my man, I ain't gonna say who. He'll be on one day, but my man said it a long time ago. And this was a long time ago. He said, if I could get an orgasm by having a drink. He's like, if I could get that same feeling I get from having sex and busting a nut from just drinking something, he was like, I would never talk to women. That's exactly what he said. He was like, I wouldn't even speak to chicks at all. I was like, damn, that's crazy. But whatever. Everybody got their own thing.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't think women is that powerful. Or that.
Yo, Two Thangs Podcast. Let us know, man. Does God exist? Is God existence?
I'm done with that. They even say does God exist when God is existence.
Yo, Two Thangs Podcast, produced by the legendary Tuna Fish and Crackers Podcast. Yeah.
All right.